Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, August 4th, 2025. Before I jump into all the charts, I just want to get it out of the way, and that is to encourage you to go to wickedstocks.com, take advantage of our 5-day free trial. Last week we put out 2 stock picks. We put out 2 stock picks every week that always look for at least 20% returns on the underlying stock, not returns, 20% gains on the underlying stock pick, and we cater to 3 to 5 week out to 3 to 5 month swing traders, position traders. What else can I say about that? Last week, Wayfair Incorporated and JFrog. I could go through a whole list of stock picks we've had over the last month or so. A handful of them are still active, still pending, still ready to go, and you can see the exact conditions in which these buy signals would emerge by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial, where you will see everything, including our daily triple Q and our daily SPY analysis. I don't think I would trade Tesla or NVIDIA on a day trade or swing trade basis unless I also could see kind of what's going on with the triple Q and the SPY. We also offer daily Apple stock analysis, weekly S&P 500, and weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis. You'll be able to see it all for free for 5 days by taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. So here we are, weekly bar chart going back over 5 years, and just underscores the importance of the low to upper, actually, 350s now. This area has been holding nicely. And in fact, we're really not expecting it anytime soon. I'm just pointing out that that is the resistance that can contain buying through August and even into later year, and below which, whenever you look at long-term resistance, you have to find what its kind of long-term support is. Where could it go? We could fall to 250.33, and this is longer-term support. I don't have this as an outright objective right now. I'll get to all that in a minute. But this is a base of support that could contain selling on a monthly basis, possibly into later year. And from here, we could round back up again into the 350s within several months. It would be a settlement below 250.33 that would indicate a good high through the rest of the year. The following 2 to 3 months then likely to continue south into this 163.13 to 169.23 5-year channel support, where Tesla could bottom out through all of next year, but only if we close below 250.33. I'll also jump back to this chart ever so briefly to mention that if in the weeks ahead,
if you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
We close above the 357.49 2-year channel top again. We should then see the low 500s within probably a half year or so. 3 to 5 months might be a bit of a stretch, but stranger things have happened with this stock. 519.81 considered a long-term target above 357.49 that can contain annual highs if or when tested. So last Thursday, we closed below this trend line at 314.15, which actually discontinued the low to mid 350s as a possible 2 to 3 week target, and in turn shifted our focus into the bearish column where it's been since Thursday's close. 268.45 considered a 2 to 3 week downside objective, and that for longer term position traders could be considered the beginning of a wide, gradually narrowing zone of longer term support down to 247.79, 247.79 is the daily chart version of the weekly chart that I showed earlier at 250.33. And so this zone is likely over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to say at least 268.45. And on the way down, we have price points. We've got a 3 to 5 day target at 287.09 that remains in effect. I don't think you're going to see 314.15 today, but if so, it does offer a short sale down to 287.09. I'm talking to 3 to 5 day swing traders. And on the way down, we also have settled just below or in the vicinity vicinity of this simple trend line off the early June, early July low at 304.33. If we open below it on Monday, it can act as immediate resistance for the day, and 287.09 by the closing bell would not surprise me if we open clearly below 304.33. If we open above 304.33, then yes, the 314.15 trend line is in reach today, where we can top out for the day, and in fact below which the market remains on the defensive, on its heels, if you will, as we continue into later August. And so, I could bump this up to a 3-star resistance. It probably wouldn't hurt. I'm just waiting for other elements to line up with this before I feel more confident. I think I mentioned several videos ago that I like channel formations. I trust them more in terms of their containment and trend-defining qualities, more so than trend lines. But Tesla uniquely has this sort of trend line adherence. And so I can say that holding below 314.15, we maintain a 2 to 3 week sell signal, anticipating 268.45. And, if we happen to close today, for instance, below 287.09, we will probably by Friday's close test this targeted 268.45, which is once again the beginning of a zone down to 247.79, where profits can be taken on a short position and long entry scaled into, anticipating then upward rotation perhaps into the 320s. I think I've mentioned that if we do test 247.79, it is a channel bottom that is based on a trend line across these highs. And at that point, if we test it, the trend line becomes a channel top, presently in the 330s and dropping. So if we test the 247.79 formation, I will begin talking the 310s, 320s as a realistic 2 to 3 month upside rotational objective. Is there anything else to say? Once again, let's talk 314.15. If we happen to close today above 314.15, I would expect 328.07 within 1 to 2 days. And yes, the 314 level is right about here on the chart. So within 1 to 2 days, 328.07, and possibly by Friday's close, 342.76. 342.76, a channel top that is part of this wide zone up to 357.49 that can be sold once again into September and even into later year, and we can fall away. And only if we close above 357.49 at the end of a week am I confident in anticipating 519.81 over the following 6 months or sooner. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. I will be back tomorrow with Tuesday's Tesla report, and you have a great day.